What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This past weekend I got to go down to Atlanta and do a little mountain bike race. I had a ball. It was lots of fun, but the weather didn't really cooperate. It was supposed to be a little rainy on Friday and push through and be a nice weekend. However, that didn't really happen.
What you talking about this time?
Got down here to P's house to pre-ride their course for the mountain bike race tomorrow early. But it's nasty.
Getting diggity?
Getting a little bit of pre-ride action, but not much because most everything is closed because it is really, really wet. It's been raining all day.
They got it set up. Hey, we're gonna ride right here. We're gonna do all this.
Yeah, nice, man.
This is the part I was talking about, the Gaborkian Pass. That's the this part right here. That's the
That's the hard part.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
The black.
The black. Yeah.
So as you can see, it was wet, it was muddy, it was rainy. It stopped raining for a little while, but then it would start again. We were able to ride the main road kind of from the parking lot out towards the back of the trail center. Then P showed me the trail map, got to give me an idea of somewhere the harder parts were, and a little bit of an idea of what to expect the next day. From there, we left and headed out to another trail point that was actually open today, and we got to get some riding in. So we found a trail that was open,
Headwinds.
but it's still a little damp. It's a little wet on this trail. Definitely a little bit damp out there. Anyway, that little spot we're gonna hit. There he goes, there he goes. Ow! Found a little pretty spot by a train trestle right outside the woods. Beautiful day to ride. Finally quit raining and we're sending it. Let's go.
A little chilly, but it's all good. Put your phone on a string and drop it. Probably where The Walking Dead was filmed. Going to Terminus. Just showed us now. Space alien right there.
Pretty bridge paintings. The weather, was intermittent. We had some clear time, we had some drizzles, and actually right after we were on the train trestle, we went into the woods for about another 10 minutes and it started to pour on us. But with all that being said, it was an amazing bit of riding. I had so much fun riding with P, and it doesn't matter what the weather is. We were out with friends, having a great time, and that's all that matters. The next day was the race. We got up the next morning and the temperature had fallen drastically. It was probably about 42 degrees and still drizzling. So this race was looking out to be a little bit miserable. We're sitting here in the car getting ready to do a mountain bike race. It's cold and a little bit rainy. Rained all day yesterday, so it's nice and wet. Drizzling today, about 45 degrees. Thermometer says it's about like 35 at the highest. And I didn't bring any long sleeves or long pants.
This is not typical Georgia weather.
So it should be interesting. But we're gonna send it!
Catch y'all on the flip side.
Bro, how was your race?
Good, man. Tiring.
Tiring?
Like I thought. South Loop was, I settled in, dwelling. I made it some time, and man, Mike on his parade. Not a lot. Aftermath.
What?
Look at the aftermath of these bikes, bro.
So you see that GoPro there on my handlebars? No footage. I got about 17 seconds and it cut off. I'm not sure if I had a setting wrong or what, but next time I'll get it right. The race was awesome. I had so much fun. The hills were kind of hard. By the end of the race, my legs were rubber for sure. You can hear the power washer going in the background of that last clip because they were washing bikes. But the cold didn't really affect me. You know, once we were on the trail about a minute in, you don't feel that cold anymore. But once we got off the bikes and I waited for P to finish, we were thinking about washing our bikes or going over to the award stand or something like that. But we just got out of there because as soon as you stop riding, it's freezing cold again. Ended up leaving P's that day and heading up to my sister's in Greenville, went and saw her. And then after that, the next day I went down home, but I stopped off in Columbia and got another ride in Harbison National Forest, or Harbison State Forest, and I did get a little bit of GoPro footage there, so I'm gonna include that in here and check it out. Got about an hour of riding. Got the bike muddy again, but luckily I got the rack on, so I don't have to put it back in the car because it's pretty muddy, and so am I. But had a great little time. Had a few little crashes, found some tight, rugged, fun trails, but it was a nice little stop off the interstate. Now I can load stuff back up and try to make my way back home now. It's been a fun race weekend, and it's nice getting out in the woods and on the bike.